Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Courtside View. I'm your host, Chris Robinson, joined with my very good friends tonight to talk about all things NBA. We got my man, Coach Dante. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing excellent. Big weekend for Houston sports overall, but very excited to be back on here with my guys, my brothers, especially Key, especially you, Chris, man. Always an honor to be on with you. And plus Mr. Michael, brother Mike, especially when we always get to chop on this Lakers, without
Oh, there we go.
Hey, y'all ain't got a lot of news to talk about this week, Con
Yeah.
man. But I do got to introduce you, Mr. Con
They
man.
did
How you
draft
doing?
some people. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, well, it's always good to be up here with y'all. Y'all my guys, y'all my family, y'all my folks.
All right, Mr. Con man, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing rather well. Before we begin anything, Coach Dante, I know you've been going through some things, and I offer my sincere condolences.
Appreciate you.
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Chris stuck in
Super.
a multiverse again.
Again? Yo, what's going on?
The engineer of
Hey, yo,
everything
man, come on.
who makes
I thought
everything
I was
happen.
the one that was bad.
Key, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Chris. You stuck in a multiverse though. You a little laggy there.
A little lag.
Oh man, am I lagging again?
Yeah.
Yes, you are, sir.
Are you good now? Oh wait, he went out again. All right. Well, Chris gets his Wi-Fi together. That's just have him off the screen for right now. But we're gonna talk about the let's get into it, the NBA Finals. We got a new champion, y'all. We have a new champion out of OKC, Oklahoma City. The Thunder gets it done. Halliburton did end up with an Achilles injury in the beginning of the first quarter because he was cooking before he got injured. But the not Timberwolves, but the Thunder get it done 103-91 at halftime. It was interesting. I'm like, okay, the Pacers are up by one. They did make it interesting, and then the second half, it was all Thunder. I thought maybe they would cut it close, but after it went up, they went up 20 out the gate. That's a done deal. Kyle, start with you. What did you think of the finals?
You know what? For me, it was really entertaining. I know folks wanted, the Lakers or the Celtics or whatever. I found it. I'm a baller. I love the game, and I really found it very interesting. There's a lot of takes to it because, OKC was a prohibitive favorite, and Indiana, was the underdog, and I thought they came through the best they could. Unfortunately, Halliburton had that severe injury. I don't know if it really played a part, but I don't know how much of a part it played in because OKC was just the better team. But I think they gave it their all. And overall, I thought it was a really interesting finals. I think that the only thing I don't like is talk about dynasty. That part I really don't agree with at this present time. But, they're stacked. They're young. And they came to play. And then, that's when the stars come to shine. We all know about James Harden and what he does. But GA came to the band and he did the damn thing, and OKC is the champs. They're the better team and they won.
Coach, your thoughts of the finals?
Yeah, man. Better team always gonna find a way to win. Give credit to the Indiana Pacers. They deserve a lot of credit. You got to get them credit. They weren't supposed to be in this situation at all. They weren't supposed to be in the finals. Last year, they weren't supposed to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they ended up there. So You hate what happened to Halliburton. You hate what happened to him. You would like to see if he was in the game, how would it turned out? I still think the Thunder would have found a way to won the game because they were the better team. So I don't like putting what ifs in nothing. What if Halliburton would have stayed in? We would never know that. Just like it's a lot of what ifs in the NBA would have happened. It's a lot of what ifs in sports would have happened, and we would at the end of the day we would never know all of that. So you got to give credit to the Thunder. They were the better team. Their defense kicked in the third quarter. They got a lot of stops. Pacers turned the ball over a lot too much. They had 3 straight possessions where they turned the ball over 3 straight times. You can't do that against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And J-Dub, stepping up. Case and Wallace stepping up, making plays. So at the end of the day, you get a credit to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They show why they were the better team. SGA showed why he's one of the better players in the NBA. Show why he was the league MVP and show why he the finals MVP. He showed all of that. So you got to give a credit to the Thunder, but much love and much respect to the Pacers because, they weren't supposed to be here. And when we all thought they were going to lose like in 5 or 6, they fought, man. They fought against a juggernaut team who was number one. I mean, had the number one shooting team, had the number one offense, had the number one defense. They made it a 7-game series. So you got to give the Pacers the love and the respect. If they can just solve Miles Turner back, they should be fine. But you got to give more. Like I respect, like it seemed like you're taking a lot of respect away, a lot of love away from the Thunder. They did their damn thing, but the Pacers, deserve some respect, man. Because Rick Carlisle deserve a lot of respect because he's a hell of a coach, man. He probably did some things that people didn't agree with, but the Pacers are not in the finals without him coaching that team. So we gotta have love and respect for Rick Carlisle. He's a Hall of Fame head coach. So, yeah.
Chris, are you back?
I think we should put him on probation, man, for real.
Not probation. Chris, you still stuck in the multiverse? He still might be in there. It was definitely interesting finals. It went to Game 7. Me and Kyle talked about it the week before the finals, and it was like, who don't like a Game 7? Whoever didn't like this series at all is not a basketball fan. Because what we rarely get Game 7s. I think the last Game 7 we had was Cleveland and Golden State. So. Right. Game 7 of anything, any team that could extend it to Game 7, it's every sports fan's dream, whether it's Game 7 in the World Series, Game 7 in the Stanley Cup, whatever. Game 7 is always great because they can extend it and you get more basketball. So the Pacers fought back, and they did extend it, but OKC was just too much for them. Even with Halliburton going down, we don't know the what ifs. What if he didn't get hurt with the Pacers still would have won? We don't know that. So it still was a great series overall. OKC I think they're still the favorites to possibly run it back again next season. The East is definitely going to be wide open, knowing all these injuries to all these guys, which we will go over later on in the show here. But definitely wanted to get the finals out of the way. Draft. NBA draft was last night. Well, last night was second round, but Thursday was the first round. Had some good names come off the board. Sixers didn't do too bad. I was happy with the happy with the picks, and everything. But talk about let's talk about one Mr. Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey from Rutgers. He gets his agent, which is Omar Cooper. Mr. Cooper, I guess, assumes telling him, "Oh well, no, you don't have to work out for none of these teams." He didn't work out, canceling workout plans. Philly had a plans to talk to him. He canceled that. Seems like everybody did draft workouts except him. So now he says, "I only want to go to Washington, the Pelicans, in Brooklyn." Who the hell wants to go to Washington? I have no clue. whose destination is Washington? I will never. That's one. Who wants to go to Washington? Anyway, if you a kid coming out of college and you know you're great at what you do, I mean, of course it's you want to you don't want to go to the poopiest team, but that's what happens when you have these high draft picks. You're going to go to the teams who don't win like great. But at the same time, you're getting that opportunity to do something that you love and play professionally for. Why not go there, show your talent, and then maybe possibly you get your money, or you can go to somewhere else. But Con, what do you think about Ace Bailey demanding where he wants to go, and then Danny Ainge at number 5 said, "You know what? Forget all of y'all. I'm going to take you anyway." So, what are your thoughts on Ace Bailey? Is he going about it the right way? Is it another way he could have did everything?
Kay, I'm glad you brought that up because, at first when I heard that he wasn't trying out for no teams and he only wanted specific teams, I thought he was a very selfish individual. How many people would love to be in his position and try to dictate where you want to go and didn't try for teams? I thought that was a bad look. But then again, I got, someone hit me up with, the other side. Okay. He might have went third pick or whatever it was, and he felt that he would be better off going down in the draft, going to where he wanted to. Now, Key, you mentioned the fact that why would he want to go to Washington? I'll tell you why. Every other team has a star player on their team. He wants to go somewhere where he can make a name for himself. It could help him out financially as well. I know it sounds kind of far-fetched, but then I think never under. In fact, I was on another show about 2 weeks ago. I said, watch out for Utah. Danny Ainge is no damn joke. He done hired his son. He's always making moves.
Oh, hell. Go ahead, finish your thought.
No, I'm going to go. Hey, check this out. I was saying Danny Ainge is no joke. We all know what he can do. And they were like, who would want to go to Utah? I said, you build from the draft. I said, he got things up his sleeve, and look what he got. He got the man, and look who else they end up getting.
He got Walter Clayton Jr.
You better watch out. I'm telling y'all, you better watch out for Utah. But as far as Ace Bailey is concerned, I think it might be the best move for him playing in Utah because of the fact that he's a wild character, big ego, maniac. I think he will be settled down. If you notice, Danny Ainge has dealt with a bunch of knuckleheads. If you look back on his tenure, he I think he likes that as a challenge. And then again, but one thing I will say about the draft weekend, do you know that how many freshmen just finished the freshman year get? Oh man, you're gonna mess up my night. But how many freshmen get chosen?
Come on, make sure you mute just around this.
But I'm glad
you finish his thought.
Yeah, I know you're gonna go on, but how many freshmen after their freshman year end up going into the NBA this year? What does that tell you about the guys, like the guy going to your team, Broom? He played 4 years. Am I correct?
VJ, or are you talking about Broom?
Broom.
I think he did.
What does that tell you? Things to come. Should we introduce one almighty himself?
And here is everybody's favorite headache, y'all. Freddie Henderson. Freddie, what's going on, Freddie?
How y'all doing? I just want to know why did Chris Lee is he running for me?
No, he's not running for you. You know how y'all Texas internet is.
No, don't blame it on the internet. He running from me. He knew I was coming on. He knew it. He knew it. He knew it. But did y'all see what the Lakers did last night?
Yes, we didn't get there yet. We're getting there. We're talking about Ace Bailey. Since you want to come on, what's your thoughts on Ace Bailey? Is he going about it right? Is his agent telling him wrong things? What's your thoughts on Ace Bailey?
Ace, stand your ground. Because these owners, when they want to ship you out, they will ship you out in the middle of a game, halftime, whatever. Stand your ground. This is a player empowerment. I'm all for it. Utah, They have been relevant since the days of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. I mean, good Lord. I mean, I heard comment about Danny Ainge. What has Danny Ainge done in the last 10 years? Can somebody remind me that all of a sudden he's this executive of the year? What has he done? What has he done in the last 10 years? I'll wait.
I don't know, Con. He might got you on it.
No, he got good points, but it's the process. Look what they're doing this year.
Look what the process got set in Philadelphia. Look what the process.
We can't go there. He's gonna get all upset.
You can't go use that process word no more. It's dead.
I won't use that word anymore. I won't use it.
Coach Dante, how long has Philadelphia been trusting the process? How long?
For too long. As long as Joel Embiid out, as long as Joel Embiid in Philadelphia, hey, the process is still going because he was that's why the Philadelphia 76ers named it after Joel Embiid because he's supposed to be the process. And all the process decide to do is lose the second round every single year. That's all the process decide to do every single year. So as long as he's out, that Sixers they still going with the process.
Talk about Ace Bailey, Coach.
Well, first of all, we do got a lot of breaking news. Nas Reed is staying in Minnesota. 5 years, 125 mil. So, he's staying in Minnesota. But other than that, I like Utah picking him anyway. I mean, I know he wanted to go to the Washington Wizards. His stock didn't fall out. His stock didn't drop. He still was picked in the top 5. Regardless of what happened, I'm not okay with him not working out with teams. At least just meet with him. You don't got to work out with him. At least just meet with him. But I like what Utah did. Hey, you picked the best. You picked the best available player anyway. You pick him anyway. What is he gonna do? He's gonna not play. He's gonna sit out the whole year. So I like what Utah did. And plus, they got Walter Clayton Jr., a national champion. I like what they did over there. So I like what Utah picking them anyway. I'm not mad at Ace Bailey for not wanting to, choose have a say on his career. I'm not mad at that. He was still picked in the top 5 and all of that. He didn't hurt his stock, but he could have met with some teams. He could have at least met with them. You didn't have to work out with them. But I like what Utah did. I don't care how disgruntled you is. I don't care if we wasn't one on your list. Hey, we're gonna pick you anyway. And you're still gonna get it. You're still gonna have a chance to prove yourself in the NBA. You're still gonna have a chance to play your top 5 pick. So you're gonna be on the court. You're gonna get a chance to play for us. So at the end of the day, it worked out for Ace Bailey, but Utah also did a good job of just picking him anyway. Even though he didn't want to go down. They did a just good job picking him anyway. What you gonna do? I mean, again, what you gonna do? You gonna sit out the whole season? You're not gonna do that. So you're gonna end up playing anyway, playing on the court anyway, and you happen to prove yourself in this league anyway. So I like what Utah did, but at the same time, Ace Bailey, his stock didn't drop, so he helped. He helped himself out pretty well.
Well, he got till Monday, but it looks like he's contacted Utah and he's en route there. So he'll be playing because summer league. The Monday starts summer league practice and training camp and all that. So, we're gonna see Cooper Flag versus Bronny James too.
Yes. Here we go.
Welcome to the moment. It's coming, young man. It's coming.
Well, so let's break down the picks here. Of course, number 1, you got Cooper Flag going to Dallas, and we all know that was going. Me and Coach was live when we like, why is Dallas even having this pick in? Like you should already know he's going number 1. Dylan Harper I think was a good pick for the Spurs. Pick the other guard from Rutgers, Ron Harper's son. So we already know he knew how to ball. The Sixers get VJ Edgecombe from Baylor. Duke, another Duke guard went to Charlotte and Con Canooble. And then we got Ace Bailey at number 5, the Utah. Trey Johnson, the Texas Longhorns. That Dante knows all about him. Went to Washington, which is a good pickup for Washington because Washington got all the veterans in Washington now. You got CJ McCollum just got traded there. You still got Chris Middleton. So it's like all the old guys are in Washington. Then you got with the Pelicans, you got Jeremiah Fears from looks like Oklahoma. Then you got Brooklyn. Brooklyn had a bunch of picks this first round. So they capitalized on them. But let's see. Dante, who do you think was the steal in this draft
The steal of the draft?
In the first round.
in the first round. The still of the draft. I mean, like I said, I like. I'm not gonna go first round. I'm gonna just go second. But I'm gonna go with Fleming, Nasir Fleming. I think that's a really good pick. That's a really good pick by Phoenix. Someone that can shoot. They got a lot of athleticism, and I like the other second round pick. God, I hate the Lakers, but I got to give them credit, man. They did pick the dude out of Arkansas who I really like. That dude from Arkansas is a really good athletic wing defender. He can block shots. I mean, he's very athletic. He has no problem embarrassing you at the rim. I think the Lakers got a steal on that. Those are my two steals right there. I'm just going second round. I'm not going to go first round, but I think the Lakers did a very good job with that pick right there. And also, I think Cole is really good too. A big center from Creighton that I watched a lot. He's really good. Yeah,
he's
really good protector.
And then you know what? No, Freddie, it's all right. Orlando found their guard, Jace Richardson, the son of Jason Richardson.
Very talented guard. I got a chance to watch him towards the second half of the season. Very athletic, a little short size to be like a two guard or like maybe a tall one guard. But he's very explosive. I think he can definitely add to Orlando. I think it was a good pick. I think he's going to do the damn thing. I'm impressed with him. I think that again, he got the genes of his dad. I think he got that dog in him. I think he's going to be very effective with Orlando as well. And then, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm from my.
I mean, Orlando. A lot of these NBA teams, and the thing about it is that Monday's the big day. Believe it or not, Monday is the big day because that's free agency fever. So we can talk about all these things, but I guarantee you on Tuesday it's going to be off the hook. Who knows who they're going to go? Teams are trying to get under the second apron. Anything can go right now. You see what the Celtics have done. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. But I like Orlando. They're up and coming now. They're going to be healthy. Suggs is coming back. I think they're going to be very healthy as well. I think they're going to be a team to be dealt with. And with the East being discombobulated right now, I think they got a chance to do something. It's wide open. The East is wide open.
So yeah, you had Rasheed Fleming, another Philly product out of the college here from St. Joe's.
Okay.
Then again, like Coach said, Tom Brenner from Creighton went to did he go to Charlotte? Yeah, went to Charlotte. Sixers ended up getting Jermani Broome. I was one of the guys I had on my list to get. Chaz Lanier, another guard from Tennessee. He went with the Pistons. I think that was a good pickup for the Pistons as well. Who else went? Proctor, another Duke guard. He went to Cleveland. And a lot of other bigs and stuff. But the con man, y'all picked up my Nova guy. Take care of him. Eric Dixon from Villanova was the number one shooter in the country and is a good 3-point shooter at 41%. He went undrafted. Y'all picked him. Take care of my Nova guy. Since y'all couldn't get Cam Whitmore last year from Nova, y'all got another Nova guy this year. And also, you picked up Angel Reese's brother, Juju Reese from Maryland.
I don't know much about him. I don't really know too much about him.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He was good at Maryland. He was really good.
With Derek Queen, where'd he go again? Right at
he went I forgot where he go, but I know right after the Bulls passed up on him, he went the very next pick. I think he went to was it Brooklyn? Not sure. Atlanta, yeah. He went the very next pick.
He went with Atlanta. We've seen a lot of French players get picked last night.
Oh, absolutely.
There was a bunch of French guys that got picked.
French and Spain.
But Con, you got any steals in the draft that you can think of?
You know what? I'm telling you right now, I like the pick you guys got in the second round. Brown, what the hell his damn name is. I like him, man. Well, he's the first team All-American. And I'm surprised he dropped down to the second round. You know what? I was talking before. You know why these owners and they're picking all these freshmen is because they're 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They're 19, 20. They got time to develop, and they're going to be, as far as financially, it's a good move for them as well. But you got a guy who did 4 years. He's a bull underneath the paint. I think he's going to be very effective. I think he's going to help out your Philly. You know what I mean? I'm very impressed with him, and I'm surprised he dropped down to the second round. When you see first-team All-Americans go to the second round? Very rarely.
I know some Philly fans was not excited about getting him because of his vertical. Ain't that great? They don't think he's athletic enough. But the boy got some heart. And again, you can't teach that in basketball.
And you know what? I'm going to give you one name. Had no hops. Led the league in scoring. I'm going back a ways. You guys are too young. Adrian Dantley. I'm giving you an example. You know, he post up move, and that's what I think Broom's going to be. He's going to be one of them guys. You don't have to have the vertical. As long as you got the body and you can use your both hands, be ambidextrous, and I think he's going to be effective. Watch. I'm telling you. And he's going to be pissed off that he went in the second round. So he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to be very effective. As long as that guy, what's it, as long as that, if he can stay healthy, if he can go to the gym sometime this offseason and do something, how to lose about 40 pounds, I think that might help a little bit. But anyway.
Joel. But no, I mean, I think he'll be good. He'll be a good fit. Like you said, Monday is the day where everybody's going to go crazy. It looks like the Sixers signed back Justin Edwards. There's another guy that was that came off our bench. That was a young guy, energy scoring. That kind, so we got him. But I'm looking for Daryl Morey. If you listening, please. But I'm not getting my hopes up. Because I don't want to be hurt.
Nah, go and get him up. Go get him up. Go ahead, get him up.
Let's go.
No, I want you to do it so you can see what they're more about.
Yeah.
Every time they get their hopes up, this was gonna happen right here. Every time you have a little bit of inch of life, you think you got that in you. Hey, something gonna happen.
I'm waiting for it. Says the Philadelphia Sixers signs Quentin Grimes 2. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking for.
Yep.
But so that was the draft. So everything gets started on Monday. Summer league start, so we get to see these rookies go up against people. But Cooper Flag and Bronny James going to be a good one. Should be interesting. Also, y'all got a player from Arkansas too that was really good. I forget his name.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Still, that's the one I was talking about.
All right, and moving on here. Not going to stay too long on the draft subject. All right, so the trade. So we did see a trade, and Coach Dante was the recipient of the trade with Mr. Kevin Durant going to the Houston Rockets, only giving up the 10th pick and 5 second-round picks, along with Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. But the Phoenix Suns did not want Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. They wanted Eason and Jabari Smith. And Raphael Stone said, no, take it or leave it. And they took it. Coach, in your opinion, good or bad trade?
That's a hell of a trade. I mean, you getting Kevin Durant. I mean, the only people complain about his age. He's 37. He's 37, but he dropped 26 points per game on a bad Phoenix Suns team who roster wasn't good around him. He played 62 games, so he pretty much was healthy. Just after the Rockets, after he tweaked his ankle against the Rockets, it wasn't no need for him to play because they were already out of contention. And all you gave up was two players that Phoenix did not want, and 5 second-round picks. And you didn't give up none of the first-round picks that they wanted. That's their first-round picks. Two unprotected first-round picks, and we got a Dallas unprotected first-round pick, and all you gave up is an inconsistent Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks who shot 39% from three, but when the playoffs came, he shot 34%. That went down to 34%. So at the end of the day, it's a hell of a move. And you managed to keep Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, then trade. You actually kept six of the seven young guys that you kept. So anytime you do that, that's a win right there for me. So only thing people complain about Kevin Durant is his age. He's 37.
Still can get you
He
25
had
points.
points a game last year. He still could put the ball in the basket on 40% 3-point shooting. So hey, that's a win for my book.
Comment your thoughts on KD going to Houston.
I think it's a great move. If people need to realize he shot the best of his career last year at the age of 37.
Thank you.
And think about it. He is a walking bucket. You know what I mean? And, Houston was hurt in the playoffs because they didn't really have a go-to guy. Somebody can get you a bucket real quick. They got it now. They got every day. And you know what? He ain't got to be a leader because he's a leader or not. He can do the damn thing. You know what? And if he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be unbelievable because Houston can go count on him at crunch time when they get into the playoffs. I think he's still very effective. Now, of course, the worry might be about his injury-prone self. But you know what? You got to go for it. You got an opportunity to get Kevin Durant. You got to go for it, man, because he's a walking damn bucket. If the offense breaks down, KD can handle it. You know what I mean? And he don't need the ball. He can spot up. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's not going to affect the flow of the game. You know what I mean? I think it's a great move. I think it's a move for now. Obviously, they want to win now. They seized the opportunity, and I think it's a great move. I think better watch out for Houston, man. I think
another thing I want to piggyback out that Kevin Durant's going to come here. He's going to retire here. He's going to take a pay cut, and guess what? That helps bring some more people in. So you got Fred VanVleet, who took a pay cut, who took a $25 million pay cut. Kevin Durant may take a $10 to $15 million pay cut to retire here. That gives you more flexibility to bring in more people. And anytime you can give up, you gave up 5 second-round picks. You gave up 5 second-round picks for KD, and you gave up players that they did not want. You gave up players that they did not want. So hey, at the end of the day, that's a win deal for the Houston Rockets.
I think it was crucial that they kept VanVleet. You got that senior guard, provide leadership. You know what I mean? A veteran. I think that's someone that KD can lean on, and he can lean on KD as well. I think it was very important that they kept VanVleet.
Also trades here. We got Kristaps Porzingis. He gets traded. Where did he go?
Atlanta.
How do you think he's going to do in Atlanta? Con, I'm going to start with you first.
I don't think he's going to be very happy. I think his happiest place was with the Boston Celtics. Unfortunately, I guess the last 2 years in the playoffs, he's been a no-show, and because of his injury. And this latest one, they don't even know what the hell it is. Is it mental? Is it physical? Or what the hell's wrong with him? They paid him all that money. I don't know why Atlanta would take him, given the fact that they still haven't diagnosed what the hell was wrong with him. And he is also injury prone as well. I don't think he's going to fit in with Atlanta. To me, they are a mess. If you look at when has the last time that Atlanta been relevant? It's been so damn long. I just don't think that's a good fit for him. Unfortunately, the Celtics had to unload so many people that they really wanted to keep because of their second apron and the fact that they just got done paying $6 billion and they're $445 million over the luxury tax. So they had to, give up some money and give up some players in order to come down below that second apron. And Porzingis fits the bill, and they had to get rid of him. And Atlanta was stupid enough to go and grab him.
We do got another report here. Josh Giddey and the Bulls are leaning towards a multi-year deal worth roughly $30 million annually. So it looks like Josh Giddey is going to stay in Chicago. Also, we had Jrue Holiday. Then Brad Stevens was trying to get the cap under a certain amount. So Jrue Holiday goes to Portland, and they get Anthony Simons back. Apparently, Jrue wasn't happy that he got shipped off to Portland. Dante, it was Portland. Will they keep Jrue, or you think they're gonna buy him out?
I think they'll keep him. I think they may buy him out. I see no way he stay. I think he become a free agent, and I think a team, a contender or a playoff team pick him up. I see no way he's staying in Portland. No, he's not staying in Portland.
Con?
Portland's in a rebuilding phase right now, and again, because I'm out here in the Massachusetts, he's pissed. A lot of the fans out here are very upset as well. I mean, they're going to Portland. They did him wrong. Definitely did him wrong. And if he went to Portland, if he goes, he's going to be one unhappy individual. And I don't know. I mean, of course, he's a professional. He's going to give his best, but I don't think he's going to be happy there. Portland has no chance of being a contender for maybe 3-4 years down the road. When he was with the Celtics, stability. I mean, every year they're going to make the playoffs in the East. Now they're going to send him out west. I don't think it's a good move. I think he's going to want out in some way, shape, or form. And I don't like it. I feel bad for the brother, although he's still going to get paid. I just feel bad that the situation they put him in. But at the end of the day, folks, NBA is a damn business. At the end of the day, it's a damn business.
Let's see who else. Really, nobody else got traded. I know there was rumors about Jaylen Brown and Devin White. Derek White. But I said if Brad Stevens moved them somehow, I think Boston gonna riot.
I agree. There'll be a riot. There's no doubt about it. I think that they're listening to all offers, but I think they're going to definitely keep Brown, and they might listen to some offers for White, but they got to keep Brown. But again, you got two guys making over $300 million. I mean, at the end of the day, you got new ownership. They ain't playing. So I don't know. I think the fact that they've been considered. Now, how's Brown going to feel about that? I think he's going to feel about that. So, I mean, you're dealing with a lot of NBA egos. What the hell they're going to think? But again, like I said, it's a business, so anything goes. And after Monday, watch. All the moves that's going to be made is going to be crazy.
Right. Then we've seen CJ McCollum get traded to Washington. Yeah, I don't know. It was bound to happen. Zion. He can't stay healthy. What he gonna do? The Pelicans. Jordan Poole went to the Pelicans. Jordan Poole gonna be eating some beignets and gumbo now.
Oh yes, no doubt.
Didn't see any, but nope, there was no other trade so far. Things, like I said, next coming week, things are going to get crazy. All the phone notifications going to blow up. Seemed like the Suns trying to get it together. Do you think Booker stays?
Yeah.
Con, you think Book stays?
100%.
Does Jalen Green stay? Or
yes.
Okay.
It's already been talked about, yes.
But Book,
they didn't, even though they didn't want him, they said they already expressed they were keeping him.
Coach knows more about that than me, but as far as Book, he's going to stay because again, he's going to be up for another max. He can get the most money. He can get the most money right where he's at.
Looks like the Lakers can offer Austin Reeves a 5-year, $246 million deal next summer. He did opt out, so he can be a free agent after this year. So, is Austin Reeves worth all that money?
No. He's good, but he's not worth that much.
It's your Lakers. Me and Coach Dante gonna beef in a little bit right here, but is he worth it? The answer is Do the Lakers think he's worth it? At the end of the day, do they think he's worth it? You're only good as what people think you are. People who are paying your paycheck. Is he worth that much? No. But I think that if you recall when LeBron went down, he carried the Lakers. I think he's is he a franchise player? No. Is he a max player? No. But I think he could add to a team to make that next step. I mean, you went from someone that didn't even get drafted. Think about it. He didn't even get
I'm saying
drafted.
the same thing you saying, Cut. How would we? I'm doing the same thing you said. If he's not a franchise player, then he's not that type of a max player. He's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's worth no 5 years, 200 mil. I think he's worth over 100. He's worth over 100 something mil. Don't get me wrong about that. He's a very good, talented player. I like Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves can help out another squad, but we on the same page. We on the same page.
Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets, he gets traded to the Suns. That's another big name they got. So the Suns is trying. They're trying. To see, they ain't going nowhere, but they at least trying. So that was all the news there. What's next on the agenda here? All right, y'all. So LeBron James and the ring culture. The ring culture comment, not chasing the championship rings. I would love your thoughts. I know you're probably gonna go off on this, but what do you think about LeBron James and the ring culture comment?
You know what? I think it's a bunch of BS with LeBron. The ring culture, he established it when he went 1, not 2, not 3, not whatever. You know what I mean? He just tries to play tricks with people's minds. At the end of the day, a lot of times people get judged by how many rings they have. There's been a lot of guys who have 4 or 5 rings, can't play worth a dime, but they were just on the right team at the right moment at the right time. So that ring, chasing ring, whatever you want to call it, I think with the NBA now, with the way they're having the second apron, the way they're not allowing the so-called super teams, I think that's all going out the window. The ring culture, I mean, it's important at the end of the day. Of course, you want to play. You play for getting the damn ring. And to me, the way it is right now, I don't think it's as important as it was back in the day. Because, you know what I mean? You can go ring chase. KD could have went to someone else to go get, but I kind of refrain from KD because, I said before last week, Keith, let's see if Coach agrees with me. He going to Houston. Houston went back to back. I would prefer KD go somewhere where he can like that. He went to the Knicks, where he'll have a statue made with him the next goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? Where he's going to teams where because that's what he wants. He wants to say, I didn't need Curry, or you know what I mean? So I would think he want to go where he can do something where it's him. But anyway, as far as the ring, at the end of the day, I think it's being diminished. I really do. I think people, of course, they want to win a championship, but with teams flip-flopping, there's no loyalty. I think that whole ring situation is a BS. But he established it. He started it.
Right. Dante, your thoughts?
I already know how too much about it because, again, at the end of the day, people want to dog great players out for not winning a championship.
Correct.
At the end of the day, these are these same players that's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Chris Paul, if his career ends today, he'll be satisfied with his career. The only thing he hasn't won is a championship. And guess what? That man is going to go down as a Hall of Famer, regardless of what people like it or not, and don't think he's a winner. I mean, Chris Paul is one of the greatest winners of all time. Everywhere he went, the culture just changed, and he developed. He had a lot of impact on players. He even had an impact on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who even came out and said it himself. Now, who's an NBA champion, who even came out and said himself, Chris Paul helped me. Chris Paul helped me develop into who I am today. Charles Barkley, one of the greatest players of all time. He's in the Hall of Fame. Does he got a championship? No, but he's going to be remembered as a great player, as a great player. So at the end of the day, I don't think much of it. I just don't like when people are always trying to diminish how good the player is, or thinking a player need a championship just to say he's a winner, or just to say people nitpick, say, what did he do? What did he do? He didn't do anything. When this man was an MVP, he's an MVP of the league. He's a 10-time All-Star of the damn league. I mean, he did something. The only thing he hasn't won is a championship. So championships at the end of the day don't define your career, how good your career have been. And that's a lot of people. If Kevin Durant did not win a championship to this day, he's going to go down as a Hall of Famer. He's going to go down as a Hall of Famer. People is going to like it or not. Yes, he's going to receive some criticism because he's this great player that has not won a championship, but his legacy is already made at the end of the day. You can't take the 2 championships back at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, these are great players that's going to go to the Hall of Fame, if you like it or not. I mean, Chris Paul is one of them. If he retires today, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He may be he's a Hall of Famer, if you like it or not. So I don't think much of it. I think it's unfair to people, that a lot of players that people get criticized because, they just didn't do one thing, and it's to win a championship. And everybody coming into league, like Carmen said, to win a title. Their ultimate goal is to win a championship. But your career will not be defined if you don't win a championship. Tracy McGrady has one of the best players in the NBA at that time. The great Kobe Bryant said that Tracy McGrady was the toughest player that he has ever guarded. That man is in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he was losing the first round, couldn't get past the first round, but his talent, on that court, says he's a Hall of Famer. Vince Carter didn't win a championship. He's a Hall of Famer to this day. Robert Horry, he ain't no damn star, but what he got? 7 titles because he was on the Rockets. He was on the Lakers. He was one of the San Antonio, one of the best role players to ever play the game. Derek Fisher, one of the best. Comment, know this man. Best role players. Is he a Hall of Famer? No, but he's one of the best players. He's one of the best role players in the NBA. He got championships. He contributed everywhere he went.
And something too, to piggyback on what Coach said, Karl Malone as another one. But you know what I'm saying too? Think about it. Basketball is a team game.
Yep.
And you base it on one individual. Now, if you go back and say who were one of the greatest players of all time, KD's going to be on that list. They're not going to say, oh, he won 4 rings or he won 3. So that puts him above or below.
Yep.
They're going by talent. They go by talent. Charles Barkley ain't won a goddamn ring. Everybody knows how great he was. Again, it's a team game. And when you compare it to one individual, that's not cool. When I look at a player, I don't look at he got 5 rings or he got 3 rings or 2. I look at what he contributed. What did he do? Overall body of work. Bottom line.
James Harden gonna go down as a Hall of Famer when his career.
Exactly.
He's gonna go down as a Hall of Famer. The only thing he hasn't won a championship, but in his era, in his peak, James Harden was unstoppable at his peak. He's gonna go down as a Hall of Famer when his career over.
Correct. So if you go with that theory that people have said, so because you don't have a ring, you can't make it to the Hall of Fame. You gotta have a ring to make it to the Hall of Fame.
That's what people theory is.
I know.
People
that's
fight
crazy.
That's crazy. I'm saying it's crazy.
AI is one of them.
AI is one of them.
Another one
ever played.
Come on,
that man carried the Sixers to the finals.
At 6
feet. Carried the Sixers to the finals. Hurt, beat up, broken bones, and all that.
At 6 feet.
And then
at 6 feet.
6 feet. And he hasn't won a championship, but he got a team now, but he hasn't won. And he's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame player.
He changed the culture.
If you tell Allen Iverson to this day, are you satisfied with your career? Yes, he'll say yeah. He'll tell you yeah. He'll say yeah. He just hasn't won a title.
And he changed the culture for basketball too. So
if titles define your career, then they ain't about nothing.
Right. Yeah. Of course, that's your ultimate goal at the end of the day.
Of course.
But as long as you go out there and play your game, your talent's a show for it at the end of the day when your career is over. Are you Hall of Fame worthy? So you
They
go
even
ahead.
nitpick if you win one championship. They
Yeah,
even
you still can
nitpick.
go
If
in.
you
Yep.
win one, they even nitpick that.
Yep.
They even
Right.
nitpick that. Just like they doing the Giannis. They doing that to Giannis right now.
Yeah.
He won one title. They say, oh, he ain't did nothing ever since then.
Man,
That man finna go down as a Hall of Famer if he retires.
crazy.
Giannis trying to carry them Bucks. He the only one that want to play. All right, we're gonna close things out here. This last topic here, the Achilles injuries that we've seen this course of this season, and I'm gonna hit y'all with this one stat that I think was crazy. Was crazy, like coincidental. So you got Dame Lillard, Achilles, Jason Tatum, Achilles, and you seen Tyrese Halliburton, Achilles, all hurt in the playoffs. And guess what else is relevant to this? They all wear number 0. That's what I thought was just like really all the zeros.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Wow.
Yeah, they all 3 of them wear 0s, and they all got hurt by the same injuries. But what do you think is contributing to these injuries? Is it the length of they play the game? Is it the back-to-backs? Or is it they don't wear high-top shoes no more? Dante, I'm gonna start with you. Then Khan can piggyback off of what you're saying. And what do you think about all these injuries, especially with the Achilles? Is it something they can avoid, or what do you think?
I mean, you can't control an injury out there. I don't know what it is. You can't control nobody having an injury. I mean, again, it can come with playing hard. It can come playing through injury, which Tyrese Halliburton came with. Tyrese Halliburton was just injured. I mean, you can say he was hurt, but if he was hurt, you don't play. If you hurt, you don't play through the injury. If you're just like injured and think you can go out there and then contribute to the team, which is Halliburton, that's what he was doing before he tore his Achilles. He was contributing. He was shooting the ball well. He was on fire. So he had a lot left. He had something. Unfortunately, every time you decide a player's running up and you pump fake the ball, you decide to take that little step back, you decide to put that little leg back, and then Achilles just come up on you. I've seen that happen to a lot. We've seen that happen to Breanna Stewart against Seattle. I was doing the game, and right away she messed up her Achilles when she pulled back and she went falling to the ground. Me and you, Key, discovered that when that happened that night. But other than that, it's just you can't control the injury. You can't go out there and you can't control the injury.
Kanye, what you think? Do you think they need to stop wearing these low top shoes, or what?
You know what I think? It's funny because last year there were no Achilles injuries at all. This year there were 8. So that should tell you something really. I don't know if it's just the way it is, but last year they had none. I don't know if it's the training, if it's the so many games being played. I don't know. They were talking about maybe cutting down the games. I don't know if that's because it's a soft
not going to
tissue.
make a difference.
It can't. If it happens, it's a soft tissue. You can't control that. I mean, it's going to happen. I don't know what they can do to try to lessen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I think, though. I mean, Halliburton. I mean, we all know if it wasn't Game 7, he might not have played. I think we got to be more cautious when like what KD did, soft tissue, and then he was told not to play, but he took the risk of playing. I think there's got to be something more done preventative. I think that might help with it, whatever that may be. I mean, once you get an inkling of that injury, maybe just take some time off. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. But it's funny how we had 0 last year and we had 8 this year. Interesting. I don't know. What do you think?
They all came down at the wrong time in the playoffs. I don't know. It's just they've been talking about back in that era or whatever. Everybody wore the high top shoes. Does that make a difference? Because now players don't wear necessarily the high top shoes to support the ankles. They got them low cut shoes, ankle injuries. You tweak your ankle wrong, and with the low tops, is you don't have no support. So I mean, I can't say that could be a factor. But now the young guys like the low tops, the bright. They don't have they're not team colored now. You can wear any shoe; they're bright colored. that they try to see if they give you some support. I don't know. Maybe that's an issue, but it looks like they're saying that the NBA is looking at some AI when it comes to these injuries. So I'm like, oh, so we going the AI route with these Achilles injuries, Adam Silver. What are we doing? But I don't know. But hopefully, but the East is going to be wide open next year. Tatum's going to be out for a length of time. Dame's going to be out. And Halliburton's going to be out. So the East, again, is wide open. Any favorites in the East since these three players aren't going to be around? Connor, start with you.
Well, given the fact of the information you just gave, I'm thinking it ain't Atlanta, it ain't Washington. I'm thinking maybe Detroit. I think Detroit may come out slamming in Orlando. I think it's their time. Detroit been in the dumps since my boy Zeke played for the most part. And I think that Detroit may be, they're young, they're healthy. And I think Orlando's up and coming. I think those two teams you better watch out for.
Dante?
NA.
He going on. He don't know right now.
No, it's just out the free agency when the season get close to starting, y'all. That's when I actually made my stuff, see what's going on. But,
that's cool. That's
it definitely ain't gonna be Philly. I can tell you that.
no, I won't be.
No.
Definitely ain't gonna be Philly coming out the East. I got no faith in them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Orlando could be another one. They got Desmond picking up Desmond Bain. They're getting Suggs back. You still got Pincheiro. He can go back to his natural position now. He don't got to be the point forward. Got somebody to handle the ball. So, I mean, definitely Orlando. We can go with the Knicks if you want to see. We'll see. Could have, not Chicago because they still got rebuilding to do. Could be Cleveland. We don't know. The East is up for grabs right now.
Yeah.
We might see somebody totally new that you're not even going to expect. Like, huh? So,
that's true.
Can the Pacers still win without Halliburton? Well, I mean, it's doable. So, I mean, we gotta see what they can do. Oh, and Dallas picked up Nimhard's brother too.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
But there you have it, guys. Another episode of the Courtside View in the books. I know we're winding down because basketball ain't all season. I think we may do maybe one or two more shows before next season. Then we'll be off when it comes to basketball. So we gotta see what's going on next week. Definitely going to talk about the trades and everything, and then free agency is going to be popping, and see if H. Bailey shows up on Monday with the summer league things. But anything y'all got to say before we go down here?
Yes, you think Chris Robinson can join us next week?
We gotta talk to his internet about that. Dante?
I enjoyed the show, and then, like I say, if the Sixers are healthy, they can be in the playoffs, but they can't go further than nothing. But that's a big help.
Right.
Give
If they stay healthy, this will be their chance right here. If
that's a big if.
So, but another one in the books for myself, the con man, Coach Dante. We're gonna get out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. The heat wave is over for right now.
Yes.
So we got some relief. Dante used to the heat down there in Texas.
I
So
know.
he used to the heat down there. Us north people.
No.
But we will see y'all next week, and y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of the evening.